Yo, welcome back to Infant Investors, the home for all new and non-investors. I'm Curtis, and today we've got some very special news for you. Robinhood is finally here. The Prince of Thieves is finally here. It's coming to the UK. It has officially been announced. They've been granted their license, and soon Robinhood UK will be here in the UK. I, for one, am very excited about it. So I want to do just a quick video giving some background about Robinhood, some information about Robinhood and what you guys can expect and what I'm going to do when Robinhood launches in the UK. So if you want to hear about that, please like, please comment, please subscribe if you're new. I'm on a mission to get to 2,500 subscribers and get the world of investing out to more people in a clear, simple and transparent way. But first, let's talk about Robinhood. So I'm reading this article from TechCrunch, not TechCrunch, TechCrunch, that says stock trading app Robinhood gets UK broker license. Robinhood, the Silicon Valley based stock trading app that was recently valued by investors at 7.6 billion, has received regulatory approval in the UK, breaking cover on its plans to set up shop in London, as reported exclusively by TechCrunch 7 months ago. Specifically, Robinhood International Limited, a Robinhood subsidiary, has been authorized by the Financial Conduct Authority to operate as a broker in the UK with some restrictions. Now, I went to try and check out some of the restrictions they had, and it's basically the same restrictions you have on free trade, that they can't obviously use customer money. Customer money has to be separated in a separate custodian account. So what that means, if they ever go bust, if they ever go bankrupt, then your money is completely protected, and then that can be transferred into another stock investment app. I don't know how long that process would take should the unfortunate occur, but what it does mean is that you can rest assured. And then some minor things like complying with MiFID, which is basically an EU directive. So when the UK became part of the EU, a lot of EU laws came to UK financial services. So it happened a long time ago. When I was working in the bank, it happened. So as an example, a while back in the UK, if you took out a loan, you were not allowed to make overpayments on your loan. You either had to save up all of the money and pay it off in one go, or you just had to wait until your loan came to the end of the loan. You couldn't say have an extra 50 quid and just top up your loan to try and reduce the amount of principal that you owe. Once the UK went into the EU, that law was changed because we came under EU law, and that was an EU directive. So there's been a lot of EU directives that have been very consumer friendly. That might change now when Brexit occurs, but at the moment there's still some EU laws that Robinhood has to fall under. So it's not going to be any different from an experience standpoint for you that you would invest in free trade or Degira or eToro or anyone else basically. So, some restrictions based on the permissions of the company sought. This gears Robinhood up for a UK launch, although the company is staying tight-lipped on when exactly that will be. Now, from my experience, when a press release like this comes out, I would anticipate it within the next 3 months. So my estimation is that we are in, what are we in now? We're in July, we're in August, I don't even know what month we're in. We're in August, right? Early August. So I reckon September, October, November. I definitely think by November, by the end of November, Robinhood will be available, but it might be sooner. I give it about 3 months and maybe a bit sooner, since the press release has now been made. In addition, Robinhood is disclosing that it has appointed Wanda Rutgers as president of Robinhood International. This guy was a guy that worked in Plum, which is a fintech startup that helps you save and invest a bit more money. So he's been appointed to help the UK launch. They've started recruiting multiple UK positions, including recruitment, operations, marketing, PR, customer support, compliance, and product. One of the reasons is they're trying to do London-based user research so that they don't just try and copy the American app fully and put it into the UK expecting it to work, although I don't think it would be far off working, to be honest. But they're trying to make sure that it does fit with UK culture. It's just like free trade going into Europe. You can't just take the exact carbon copy of the app. You have to localize it to different regions, because different regions have different cultures, different values, different morals, different ways of being. So obviously that's something that a lot of companies try and think about doing. So It talks about free trade. First out of the gate was London-based Free Trade, which chose very early on to build a bona fide challenger broker, including obtaining the required license from the FCA rather than simply partnering with an established broker. The app lets you invest in stocks and ETFs. We all know about free trade. You get your basic trade, you get your £1 per trade as well. And obviously we know that recently Revolut came in, but Revolut I don't see as a great competitor. People often ask me, Curtis, are you going to invest with Revolut? Are you going to open a Revolut trading account? No, because one, you need a bank account in Revolut, and I don't want a Revolut bank account. I've already got a Monzo bank account, and I'm more than happy with Monzo. And two, because you need a Revolut bank account, you need to have the one that I think cost you like £13 a month or something to get the metal card or some crap. And then not only that, you only get 300 stocks. So no, I'm good. I'm very, very, very good. Thank you. So Revolut can, just do one in my eyes personally. In contrast, Free Trade has long argued that to innovate within trading, you need to build its own full brokerage stack. So we all know that Free Trade is doing their whole investment platform in order to try and have market share. I think that some of you guys know that Free Trade have now announced that they're going to be launching 25 new UK stocks every single week, every single Friday. And I do think this has kind of come to counteract this announcement, because obviously with having 350 stocks, they have added some stocks, some major IPOs and so forth, but now Robinhood is going to land, and Robinhood has 5,000 stocks on the platform. 5,000 stocks. Now, will all stocks be available in the application in the UK? Who knows? I don't know. There might be some that might not be under European directive, maybe some ETFs, but I would anticipate a good 90 to 95% of them would be available within the UK. So I think that Free Trade have seen this, and they've been very, very smart to now start rolling out a lot of UK stocks. So you know what, from a consumer standpoint, from our standpoint, it's all a phenomenal thing, and it should all be welcomed. It's all good news. This is just another article. I'll leave them all in the description that just talks about Robinhood coming. It mentions Free Trade launched in 2018 with more than 30,000 customers. But I think Robinhood's customer base is crazy in the UK. So I have a Robinhood customers. How many do you think that will tell me? I don't know if it tells me. It doesn't tell me, and I'm not going to bother finding it out. But they've got a whole bunch of customers, and I think did it say anywhere 4 million active users? So you're talking about a very, very experienced platform that is going to be coming into the UK and bringing all of their experience into the UK. And I think, my personal opinion, I love competition. I think competition is healthy, specifically from a consumer standpoint. Now, obviously, from an investor standpoint, as someone who's invested in free trade, I still believe in free trade. I still love free trade, and I'm still going to continue to have free trade. That's not going to ever change. And so I don't mind having dual platforms. Now, the question is, what will I use those dual platforms for? And my thoughts at the moment is to keep Robinhood or Evervest, depending on which one comes first, as a purely sort of dividend only platform. I want a platform that I want a set of stocks that's just purely for dividends, ideally monthly dividends, high dividend paying stocks that I can just dollar cost average and continue to earn dividends with. That's going to be my main focus. So whether they're REITs, whether they're ETFs, whether they're stocks, I think that's going to be my main personal scenario in using something like Robinhood. But you never know, we shall see. And I'm specifically interested in monthly stocks, monthly dividend paying stocks, because there's not that many on free trade. And when I was sort of having a look, let's say for example I started with say £1,000, or you started with £1,000, and I've seen some stocks definitely around the 10% annual yield mark, and then let's say, I don't know, 5 years, and let's say it was a monthly dividend paying stock, and with a regular monthly deposit of £100 a month. Let's keep it simple. Like, you would end up after 5 years with 9,453.55. But if you change that to yearly, then it's 9,327. So having a monthly dividend paying portfolio will naturally and guarantee you give you a lot more money for your return in the long term. So that is probably the thing I'm thinking of with either Evervest or Robinhood. But either way, I'm excited that more competition is coming. I think that means we'll be open to better options, better stocks, better user experiences, better features, and hopefully that will make us all better investors. So yeah, the Prince of Thieves is landing on our shores. The Prince of Thieves is coming to take from the rich and give to the poor. Robinhood, welcome to the UK. I, for one, am very, very excited, and I'm looking forward to signing up to your application. So if you're looking forward to signing up to Robinhood, smash that like button. Also, please comment. Please subscribe with your thoughts, any questions, any theories, any opinions on Robinhood landing. I'd love to hear from you and hear what you have to say. Other than that, take care. Have a great weekend. Tomorrow, I've got another portfolio update coming, and it's going to be an interesting one, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Other than that, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Happy investing. Peace.